Ah, good morning, folks, and welcome to Morning Chuckles from the Parking Lot. Oh, man, it's another beautiful day. My Saturday has been canceled, so I might actually be in a somewhat good mood considering it's Thursday. And let's see what's going on here. Oh, yeah, tell me this is a joke. Tell me this has got to be bullshit because, according to one listing I've seen, and I believe this is someone's been passing this around. They've listed Legend of the Sea Devils as being 47 minutes, which would make it the shortest episode of the what do you call it, the Jodie Whittaker run. Now, speculation is abound about something quote unquote controversial being edited out. And it's like, folks, why do they think, I love it. Remember back when they cut out the one scenes from Robots of Sherwood because, sadly they had, those footage of journalists being beheaded by terrorists. Because an android or whatever got, or a facsimile of a person got decapitated in the episode, they had to edit it out because it wasn't deemed suitable. And I'm like, it was an android having its head cut off. There was no blood, no wiring, not even that. And yet, you see, this is what I mean. And now, I don't know what it is in particular they're talking about. I'll have to do a little more digging before I can give you an answer. And also, there's this other rumor going around that certain people are capitalizing on that, as far as I know, started the night before, the night before April Fool's Day. And that was somebody posted on one of the Doctor Who groups on Facebook that Murray Gold was returning. And I'm like, uh, guys, how come if Murray Gold was returning, then where's all the announcements? This would be huge news. This would be on every news page from here past that nugget of crap we call Gallifrey Base. And I'm sorry, guys, if you don't like the fact that I call you a nugget of crap, but that's what you've devolved into. I know, it's like, I'm really hoping now that it's not about Thasmin because then they're shooting themselves in the foot big time. The LGBTQ community would not be happy with that nonsense. So I'm hoping they aren't that stupid. That it has something to do with Thasmin. Now, okay, is it that Doctor Who Online Twitter page? Because I also saw it over on Facebook. That's where I saw it. And I'm like, yeah, it's ridiculous. Come on. What, 47 minutes? Is like, now people are speculating that they've hacked a couple minutes off also because that's when they're going to announce, who the next Doctor is. And it's like, folks, it's going to be sometime after Easter, I think, before they finally crack that egg open. Get it? See, crack that egg open. Um, but on the serious side, at least I'm glad we finally got a trailer out of it. At least, sorry, throat's a bit dry this morning. I knew I should have guzzled some water before I came in. But you see what I mean? It's just ridiculous. Okay, if it was from the Mirror and it wasn't written by Nicola Methvin, even if it was written by Nicola Methvin from the Mirror, then you have 75% probability it's going to be true, but there's always that 25%. Because she's the only one I trust, anywhere near the Mirror that has, with Doctor Who news. Um, but I'm just weirding out because 47 minutes, I know it should be like a huge thing. It's like, come on, and word is now that this episode was, now they're trying to say this episode was this, that, these, and those. And I'm like, guys, they were already filming this episode when they got, it's like, it's like to go into this in a full blown video because it's going to take a while. Um, but it just upsets the crap out of me. Yeah, 47 minutes. Somebody's throwing rumors around again about Murray Gold, and I'm like, nobody else has even touched this. You'd think if, they said Murray Gold's coming out of retirement, to be back on Doctor Who, it would be announced all over the place. Well, yeah, they need to, if it's going to be the centenary and all that, they need to quit acknowledging that basically anything just over an hour is feature length. That's another thing that, like I said, royally pissed me off about the 50th anniversary special. I knew that, one of the contributing factors to me was the fact 75 minutes, really? Are you kidding me? Yeah, that's what I mean. I think Murray's just enjoying his retirement right now. So I don't see him crawling back out from the ashes to do this thing again. Okay, somebody mentioned Jodie's regeneration. All right, here's the thing. Everybody's been running around about this like it was a grand super revelation that this was supposed to be Jodie's final episode. It's like, no shit, Sherlock. We knew this a long time ago. It wasn't until a little while later that they said, okay, we want Smith and Whittaker to do the centenary, which shifted things. So now they had to film the centenary special as well, which, like I said, all that was done, filmed, and in the can back in last October. But the last scene that was shot was Jodie's regeneration scene. That was on October 13th, if memory serves. Was it a Friday? Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, it would be nice to see Sacha Dhawan get one more appearance as the Master. Um, like I said, I really enjoyed his incarnation. I love all the big confusion there was out there for a while. Because there's people running around going, where does this Master fall into things? When have they ever, other than, World Enough of Time and all that stuff, brought in a previous Master, plus they had already confirmed that Gallifrey won that, sorry, Sacha Dhawan is after Missy. So, yeah, I hope the Master returns as well. You wouldn't believe all the crazy fan theories that were running around about Sacha Dhawan's Master. And I'm like, guys, they kind of explained this in Big Finish. They kind of explained this and that. And plus, if you think the Master is ever truly dead, I got some footage to show you of all the previous deaths of the Master. Okay, it goes back a billion years. I'm like, it's like, oh. We had Delgado's Master, which I love how everybody just assumes that's the same Master that appeared in, later as, Peter Pratt in, it is the same Master character, but we don't know it was the same incarnation because he didn't look all that well. Okay. Like I said, I always loved Sacha Dhawan as the Master. I thought he did, I think he's doing a fantastic job at it. He really, really caught, no, no, you're too late on the Rowan Atkinson rumor. Someone already tried that one back in, I think it was April Fool's Day, plus a little bit before that, when people were just throwing out names randomly. Because that's the way it's gotten, literally. Because everyone is so desperate, to be that person who cracks the code, who, they'll just start throwing random names out there, hoping one sticks, so that later on they'll delete all the videos where they said the wrong name, and then they'll make a big video going, look, and then they'll link it to the one where they announced the correct one. Yeah, I'd like, that's what I like to believe too about, Peter Pratt and Jeffrey Beavers, who were the Master we saw, Deadly Assassin and Keeper of Traken were sometime after Delgado. Everybody just assumes Delgado is the last incarnation of the Master, and I'm like, based on what? You didn't hear about it being his final incarnation until Deadly Assassin, because that's when they rolled in the 12 regeneration limit. All right, Galik Guy made a video. I'll have to see that when it pops up again. Sorry. All right. About why he hates the Chibnall era. Well, hey, here's the thing. He's perfectly entitled to hate whatever he wants, okay? That's his opinion. It's just the guys who piss me off are the ones running around trying to say their view is law. They use generalizations, they create a fake audience and say, okay, everybody's with me. Yay! We're going to go march on the Throthlock. Yay! And then they show up. It's like they're being followed by a bunch of stick figures and what do you call it that they've painted. There's nobody there. It's like, now, War Chief from the War Games was never, ever the Master. That was a fan theory. Just like they're saying the Master of the Land of Fiction, since he used the title of the Master, must be an incarnation of the Master or something like that. No, it's different characters completely. But anybody remember when Time Lords had these cool powers, like dematerializing you and shit? And then all that all disappeared later as well. Yeah, I wouldn't mind Catherine Tate coming back either, but it's like, from what I'm hearing, it's only going to be a cameo. It's not a full blown role type thing. I know it's like, I'm sorry, but everybody was crying about the Snyder cut. It's going to make it this much better, and I'm like, polish a turd. It's still a turd. You can add whatever you like to that movie. It was still a floundering piece of shit that they threw together because they realized Marvel played the long game on them. And Marvel came out on top. Marvel came out with billion-dollar movies. And then they go, wait a minute, we got to get caught up with that. So all of a sudden, instead of having, this, that, these, and those, now you got Batman versus Superman, Dawn of Justice, 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 Justice. Which, my mama's name's Martha, mine is too. And it's like, oh, goodness gracious. And they were trying to basically play catch up with Marvel. Yeah, I still get I get a little wicked grin on my face when I watch The Mind Robber and all that. Like I said, it's still a fun thing to watch, especially when they came up with the quote unquote pseudo Jamie because Fraser Hines was unavailable during that time or he was taking a little way. Yeah, exactly. I was not impressed with the Snyder cut of the movie any more than I was impressed with the Donner cut of like Superman 2. I'm like, and what? I'm like, I enjoyed Superman 2 as it was. It's like, why did there have to be another version? Just like when they came out with the director's cut of Dark City, and I'm like, okay, I can see where they're going here, but still, I enjoyed the first original cut more. It's yeah, they've done some takes on the Mind Robber and all that, Land of Fiction and whatnot. Um, that was in Big Finish, I believe. That was started with it was somewhere around Wreck of the Titan in that area on Big Finish. I can't remember if that was no. It started just before that. It was in that neighborhood. I'm going off the brain pan here, so like it's been a while since I listened to that. But then there is some stuff involving the Land of Fiction around that time. Well, folks, I just looked at the time, and guess what time it is? It is time to go to work, sadly. So please be careful what you listen to out there. I'm just disappointed that if this thing's 47 minutes, why? Please do not tell me we are once again deleting shit off the show because somebody might get offended. It's like, please, you're joking me, right? It's a sci-fi show. Also, like I said, be careful what you're reading out there. There's going to be rumors flying around like crazy. And above everything else, be kind, be calm, be safe. You know, above everything else, be kind to everyone out there today. I hope you all enjoy your day, and hopefully we will see you all again in the future. Take care, everyone.